Hello, welcome to Beekeeping 101 with Mr. Schultz. Today we have a foamy hive right here, and we're going to examine what used to be the brood box on the bottom, and the brood has now moved up to the top. So we're just going to check out whether there's anything in the brood box, and if there isn't, we're going to remove the old brood box and lower the hive so that the bees can go through the top entrance or the bottom entrance, okay? So when we do this, the first thing we want to do is prop up the hive and break the propolis, which is a bee glue that keeps the two hives together. Okay, I have successfully done that on this side. Let's see if I've broken the propolis now. I like these foam hives. They have two handles. Just have to be careful on this side, because that's where the bees are flying in and out. So I'm going to lift this up.
Oh, still, yeah.
And we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem.
Sometimes the frames are stuck together.
The frames are still stuck on the brood box, but that's a little higher up. Now you can see the activity from the winter. That's all beeswax shavings and a little bit of mold. The bees would clean that up pretty quickly. I'm gonna just put that aside and we'll clean that off later. So I'm gonna need to separate this hive a little bit more. I'm gonna put down my bottom shelf. Now I'm going to approximately the same spot. The entrance will be facing this direction though instead. I want to get just a solid spot so I can still lift that hive up. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to separate this box again. And there, this time I got it, I think. Be able to step both sides, lifting it off. And putting this box down so it sits on my new bottom board, so it's a little bit more centered. Want to make sure there's no gaps. And there we go. Now we're going to check the top box. There are a couple bees still active, and what we might have to do is we will take out a couple frames, just see if there's any brood. Remember, brood is the eggs, the babies, the larvae, the pupae. So you always start off by taking the outside frame out first. And again, propolis is magic bee glue. Happens to keep these frames together. So I'm going to take the second frame. See if I can take the second frame out. Take the beeswax glue from both sides. Now watch how easy this is. I'll say it and then it's actually going to be harder. No, it's coming. There you go. So, man, the other side now. Stuck with a little bit of beeswax glue, and we'll pull it out. And all you can see is the bees are actually taking some honey that's been left behind. We'll be feeding the bottom hive anyway, so and we'll leave these frames out in the box afterwards. But I'm just going to take out each frame and just see if we can spot any brood. Now the next box, or next frame, is going to show us something really, really interesting, I think, because I can already tell. So right there, you can see different colors. You can see that it's in a circular motion. So the brood would have been in the middle, pollen, and then honey on the outside. You can see also some dead bees that didn't make it through the winter. All a good sign. There's not very much honey on this one. A little bit on that side. The next frame, there seems to be a little bit more activity. Again, I'm going to be looking for brood. If there's brood, then I definitely don't want brood to come. Oh, look at that. Nice golden honey. Unbelievable. And I do not believe this. There is already pollen being collected. Where would they be getting the pollen from? You can see those little yellow specks. They would be getting pollen from the willows and spruce. Willow trees, sorry, willows, yeah. So that's interesting. I might swap that frame out for another frame in the other hive. Ah, you can see that there's a little bit of honey at the top. No, that's pollen again. What do you think, Arlene?
There's nectar in there too.
That's nectar too, yes.
And definitely pollen.
Crazy,
Down.
that's amazing. That's a good sign that our bees are already collecting pollen. This is late spring, and this video is getting a little long, so we're going to end it here and show you the end result in a picture. But you can see some of the dead bees. There's nothing on this frame, so we'll just put this frame back. Thank you. Remember, be wise to the environment, help our bees.